I used to date a cashier, but she started to change. I used to date a singer, but I was out of her range. I used to date a webpage builder, but she was quite the sight. And I used to date a NASCAR driver, but nothing ever went right. I used to date an archaeologist, but I didn't really dig her, because she said that after all the bones she found, she hoped mine would be bigger. I was in a threesome with a dentist and a manicurist, but I had to fight them tooth and nail for any attentionist, yeah. I used to be in these relationships and they really made me think. They're exactly like the name implies, and they're only going to sink. And though I tried real hard, it never worked out, but what did I expect? I'm like the pilot whose backup chute didn't fertile. Just another reject, just another reject. I used to date a leper, but things slowly fell apart. And I used to date a cardiac surgeon, and I loved her with all my heart. I used to date a baker, but she didn't need me enough. And I used to date a dog fanatic, but she played a little too rough. I used to date an arborist, and she really grew on me. But I think she must have gotten bored, and so she decided to leave. And I used to date a yoga instructor, and it was pretty great, except one tiny little thing would go wrong and she'd get all bent out of shape. Yeah, I used to be in these relationships and they really made me think. They're exactly like the name implies, but they're only going to sink. And though I tried real hard, it never worked out, but what did I expect? I'm like the pilot whose backup chute didn't fertile. Just another reject, just another reject. I used to date a harpist, but she turned out to be a liar. And I used to date an insomniac driver, but her eyes, they looked so tired. I used to date a mortician, but she was always late. And then one time I went out with an orchard worker, but it only lasted one date. I used to date a ballerina, but in the end there was no point. And I used to date an evil CEO, but she'd always disappoint. And I used to date a demolitionist, and she was one dynamite lady. And then I used to date a cave dweller, but her past, it was too shady. Yeah, I used to be in these relationships, and they really made me think. They're exactly like the name implies, but they're only going to sink. And though I tried real hard, it never worked out, but what did I expect? I'm like the pilot whose backup chute didn't fertile. Just another reject, just another reject.
I used to date a wonderful girl, but it wasn't meant to last. It's like I went to see a dragster car race. It was over